Yo, what is going on, everybody? Coming at you with another video. And first of all, before we continue on this wonderful adventure, I want to thank each and every one of you that watches my videos and is subscribed. We have recently hit over 50 subscribers, so big shout out to everybody, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you liking the videos, commenting, showing support. And you guys are great. Keep up, keep showing the love, man. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So today we're going up against somebody that we thought was going to be a grinder. So whenever we chose our strategy, we're going at our counter strategy against typical grinding strategies, which is obviously one of the best ones: wizard, sniper, and tac. And pretty much, I mean, it worked out really good in our favor because it helped us to be aggressive. As you could see, we anti-stalled in the first round, and he gave us the thumbs down, because he was farming and he really wanted to get that farm up first. He thought we would be going farms, so basically we were able to keep our aggression going and continue to eco as well throughout the entire game, which was it worked out really great in our favor. He brought sub farm super, which is a really good strategy. It has really good early game defense, very good late game defense. The only thing is the downside to it doesn't have any stalls. Of course, neither does my strategy, but he has to pretty much have a lot of income coming in to be able to get a really good defense up. And we with our sniper, we have really good pierce, and at the same time really good money making because of the sniper ability. So the sniper is really good as far as early and late game goes, but it can only go so far late. Against super, it really wouldn't go. It really wouldn't win if you were to go in an all out, or not an all out, sorry, a late game where you could go as far as you possibly could. It just wouldn't be able to beat super. Anyways, round 7, we've got minimal defense up. We don't want to get too much up, and we got our wizards placed in a really good spot. This is actually the first time I try out these spots for the wizards, and it worked out really well because I have one of them on strong, and the other one is basically just shooting up and down that straight line, so it's able to clean up really well. Here he rushes us with yellows, and since our lightning targets the right side of the screen, it was really good on his part. He did really well sending that rush at us. We leaked really a lot there, and we had to start getting defense up. Here I put down the sniper, and he sees it, and he laughs. Pretty much the entire game he's BMing, which, I mean, by all means go for it, but I mean, you know, if you BM and you end up losing, that just really sucks on your end, man. So be careful whenever you BM. I mean, be positive, be 100% sure that you are going to win that game, because you never know, your opponent might clutch up and they might rush you, or they just might survive longer than you, and you just end up looking like an idiot, or you look really bad whenever you BM like that. So be careful when you do that, guys. If you're gonna BM, be extremely careful. Anyways, round 14, we've got really good defense up. We've got our first sniper ability. shoot, why can I not? Supply drop. We got our first supply drop, and we're able to defend his pink rush with our lightning. And that's why I bring lightning, because it's very, very helpful. You don't really need it early game because of the wizard. The wizard clears everything up early game. But whenever you're going through mid game, it helps to clean up everything. Here I sent him a little rush with a regen ceramic, 2 of them, and some pinks, and he uses his lightning to clean that up. I go ahead and send him another ceramic with pinks over it, forces him to use another lightning. And here he also puts down a second submarine to be able to defend against those ceramics. I sent him a third ceramic with pinks over the top, but that time it just doesn't do much at all, and he's able to defend just fine. He does leak a little bit, down to 55 lives. Here I go for my supply drop ability and collect, and basically it's round 17 and I've got to start preparing for Moabs. But in this scenario, for him, it's not really a great idea to be aggressive, because his intentions are to go late game. My intentions are to try and beat him as soon as I can, because at this point I knew it was gonna be sub super, because that's really the only strategy that you would bring to this game at this point, this far into the game. You wouldn't, if he had anything else, he would have already pulled it out early game, like ninja or glue or something like that. But you just wouldn't do that with this with submarine and this map, because you just have no room for the sub, and the sub, you need a lot of them to be able to defend late game. Two subs would do you no good late game. Anyways, so we got our second supply drop, and we have a good defense to be able to defend Moab or BFB if he were to send us one. And here we go ahead and send a BFB of our own, to keep that pressure on him. We didn't want him to be able to farm really well, because the more he was able to farm, it was going to be bad for us. So he pops it really fast with his super monkey, but it looks like he does leak a good bit here. He goes down to 34 lives, and we are still farming, sniper farming really well. We have 3 supply drops now at this point, and we are doing just really good. Again, I put down another wizard just in case, because I figured he would rush us back with a BFB of his own, which is what normally people would have done, but in this case he just wasn't being aggressive. So I took it as a good sign, and I give him a well done, because he's able to get up his second BIA. And at this point I just decided, whatever, all right, he's not gonna rush, let's go ahead and just keep sniper farming. So I get a 4th supply drop, and we're still collecting, we're defending perfectly fine. It's round 23, and I know at this point I have to be very careful, because round 25 is coming up. Got to be really careful. It's round 25. I get a 5th supply drop, and we're still pushing really well. So this was a really good game. As you can see, it goes pretty late. I mean, 17 minutes long. So yeah, I mean, so far we're just, our priority is to farm, and that's his priority too, and he's going with all BIAs, which is the correct move, especially with a super monkey. You want to have as much eco as you possibly can, which at this point he's got 1547 eco, where I only have 909. But for us, it doesn't really matter too much at this point, because we have our sniper farms. We're able to continue farming as much as possible with, and we have a lot of defense up as well, because we have the snipers taking care of all the strong balloons. And I don't necessarily have them all targeted to strong. I only have 2 of them targeted to strong at this point. Basically, whenever you get to round 18, you want to have at least one supply drop sniper and one 2-3 sniper, because that will pop your Moab layer, and it'll also help to destroy anything else. Here I hit the Maelstrom with our attack, and he laughs. He says, "See ya." Really, there I hit the Maelstrom because, I mean, round 25 can get a little hectic, and I was just being careful. And he doesn't really realize that with a Maelstrom cleaning up anything that AI throws at us, or anything that he would have to throw at us, that gives us so much opportunity to be able to farm, because the Maelstrom is very, very cheap defense, and it goes a long way whenever it can clean up the entire screen. So all I needed was one Maelstrom. It took care of everything on the screen, and I sold it, and we're able to continue sniper farming. So it worked out really good in our favor to bring the tack in this game. And that's really the only time I use it, because it didn't get hectic for us again. So it worked out really good. Right now his defense is looking grim. He's got a what is that, a 2-3 sniper, 2-3 super, and he's doing really good. He's got a lot of BIAs. He's got, let's see, 5, 6, 8 BIAs, going for a 9th, and he has 3 supers down with 2 subs, and he's cleaning up well. I mean, his defense does look grim, but the supers just having so much pierce. I mean, it's pretty much impossible to get anything past him this early in the game, especially just AI. So he's doing really good, and we're farming like crazy. Let's see, we have a good chunk. Honestly, I'm not going to sit here and count them, but we do have a good chunk, and we still have very minimal defense as far as our wizards go. We don't actually have that much, but it's round 30, and at this point I decide, let's go ahead and start putting some pressure, and just to kind of force him a little bit to get more defense, because he has very minimal defense right now, and it doesn't look like he's going to go for much more, so we have to force it out of him. And at the same time, since we brought our snipers, we got plenty of defense with our snipers, and we're getting money out of them. This is why sniper makes such a good partner to any strategy. So our rush of 2 ZOMGs, he was able to clean that up really easily. He hit the submarine ability, and that is a really good ability to pop that ZOMG layer. And once it was weakened down, he hit the super monkey ability, and it completely obliterated it. So that's why a lot of people run this strategy, because it is insanely strong. But you have to be careful. I mean, at some point eventually, if your opponent is rushing enough, you do get a pierce cap on the abilities, and the further you go into the rounds, the stronger those balloons get. So round 30, they immediately double in health points pretty much, from where they are in round 24. So right now, again, we're still just sniper farming. He's got a ton of BIAs up, and it looks like he's starting to sell them. Actually, he goes for his first temple, and he's starting to go for factories. So at this point, he realizes that this probably isn't going to go super late, because well, I mean, he could take it late. He's got 8,210 eco, and he's starting to get factories up, so he's trying to make a lot of money fast, so that way he can get more temples up and get stronger defense, because all he has to do really is take it late, and he would destroy us. Here we're still sniper farming, and we're doing the best we can to defend everything on our side, which we're cleaning up really well. We got a ton of sniper abilities, and we're collecting everything as soon as we possibly can. And at this point, I believe this is as far as I take it with sniper farms, and I start getting more defense down with our wizards. I go for Phoenix abilities, and I start getting ready pretty much for an all out, because I was fully expecting him to all out us. But at this point he goes for a second temple, and it pretty much seems like he just wants to take it late and let us die to AI, which we weren't gonna let it happen. And this is where sniper farming comes in really well, because in just the basis of this round 35, I was able to collect all my abilities and go pretty much from 0 in money to about $100,000. Right now we got 64. I collect everything, we jump up to 85,000, and we are still cleaning everything up. It's round 36. We are shredding those Moab layers like it's nothing. They literally disappear within a few seconds. So we're still putting down a few more Phoenix abilities. We want to have obviously some more defense in case he rushes us. And I start putting down a couple of snipers, the 4-0 snipers, to be able to slow down any. I set them to strong just to make sure to slow down the ZOMGs, because they do, even though it's just a little bit that it slows them down, it does help a lot. And since they do have the Moab cripple, it does help to pierce those that Moab layers a lot quicker. So the sniper does come in handy, and I don't know why, but I also didn't realize, I don't know why, but I forgot that I could put towers on top of that little house on the roof. So I don't know why, but I did. Here I start to all out him, and I pretty much, and he is microing over there like crazy, like a mad lad. He goes for a 4th farm, hits the damage boost, and I believe he defends this rush fairly easily, but it does stress him out, and we're actually continuing our rush. We hit him with at least like 6 more ZOMG balloons, and at this point, let's see, he's defending, but they are getting really far into his side of the screen. We are using all of our abilities, collecting as we can, and hitting every single Phoenix that we can. He is still microing like crazy on the submarine ability, and he is destroying those ZOMGs, man. He is cleaning up really well, but they are getting extremely far. He doesn't have enough defense. The Moab class balloons are getting very close to the end. He is still popping them though, and we just barely popped our the first ZOMG that he sent us. He hits a damage boost again, but I believe it might have been a little too late, because they are getting really far, and they actually end up killing him right before we die on our side. So that was a really good game. GG's to Cringe lol, but you shouldn't have been so cocky, because you did end up taking a big L on that one, man. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, thank you to everybody for subscribing, liking, commenting. Any comments always go a long way, because they really help with the algorithm, and I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. All right, so thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you around. Peace.